Hey, Jim Bob, sorry about that. Where specifically do you want to see Anthony grow the most this offseason?
Like any young quarterback, there's a ton that we can all work on. Those guys can all work on. Um, you know, we're refining our craft every week at that position in this business. So there'll be a ton of stuff. We'll talk about that stuff with him. We got a game to play this week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the offseason is in the future. So we're going to try to do everything we can to win this game this week, and then we'll look towards the future when it's time to look towards the future.
Joel.
What you've gotten from Alec this season, um, not just in the deep ball, but some of that goal line stuff he's done. It's kind of the thing you guys thought he could do, right?
Yeah, what I mean, what a great testament to continuing to work and continuing to improve. I think you guys were kind of bored that we were saying it so often in training camp. Man, look at Alec. Look at Alec making these plays. Look at Alec taking advantage of his opportunities. Um, from year one, with myself being here, I'll just speak for to year two, he's gotten so much better, and it's because of the hard work that he puts in. He's a down the field threat, but I think he threatens defenses in multiple ways. And as the ball's in the air and it's heading his direction, he sure has built a ton of confidence in myself, and I'm sure these quarterbacks also that he's going to go up and come down with that thing, and that's why you probably keep taking those chances to him down the field when it's whether he's real open or whether it's one of those 50-50 type of catches, which happen all the time in this league. Alex put in a ton of work. He's really worked at his craft. He's improved how he goes about just the whole craft of playing receiver. He's just getting better, sort of year two to year three for him, at least as I've seen him, and it's paying off for him this year, and he's going to keep working at it, I'd bet you. So, testament to his hard work, testament to Coach Reggie Wayne for keeping him going, keeping improving him, keeping working with him, and glad he's having that success, and look forward to hopefully some more this week.
James.
So along those same lines as wide receivers go, you talked about Pittman's toughness all year, but to see him kind of come alive late here, what has that meant to the group to just know that even, how things have gone, he's still out there trying to fight?
You're saying with Alec?
I'm sorry, with Pitt, I'm sorry.
Oh, with Pitt, yeah, Pitt competes. Pitt fights like crazy. Uh, I thought he had a really, really good game the other day. He's playing so hard out there. He's making plays. He's getting open. He's making tough catches. I'll continue to harp on it. Him and Alec both got a couple of PIs down the field that, they don't go on the stat sheet, but they sure do help our offense. Pitt battles. I think Pitt loves football. He shows up. He battles. When the ball's in the air, in his mind, it's his. And that's a great trait for a receiver because it just leads you to go get that thing. And Pitt's done such a good job when it's a contested catch type of situation this year. Shoot, he battles and he's the favorite. Those things aren't 50-50 in his mind, and they shouldn't be. So he shows up and battles, and like I said, the way he handles his business gives him a chance to go do that game in and game out. No matter the situation.
Nate.
Hey, Jim, I'm trying to stick in a more general way with this question, but when it comes to the off seasons, just looking back in your career with quarterbacks, have you found it valuable having those guys go out and work with a more specialized throwing coach? I know Stafford did it the one year with Tom House. Just like how valuable, I guess, is the off season for preparing for what is to come, the rest of the season for quarterbacks?
I think it's a pretty standard thing in the offseason these days that a lot of guys are sort of taking advantage of to go work on themselves and work on their craft and continue improving even when sort of we can't have those structured practices or that structured work around here. Guys take it upon themselves to keep putting their work in whatever manner that they do. Everybody has a different sort of plan for that, and a little bit of that's the beauty of the league, where guys get to take ownership of that part of their game themselves.
James.
Jim, I know you say we would focus on the last game of the season and Anthony and all that, but just Obviously, I don't think he's going to undergo surgery. So, how do you think a healthy offseason could help him in his development, just not being down for a couple months and trying to have to build everything back up?
Well, off seasons are huge for all of us to get better, especially young players, every single position. So when you're healthy, you're able to sort of make the most of that work, make the most of that time, and really attack the improvement process. That'll be something like you sort of mentioned. You gave me an out on this question, James. Yeah, that'll be something we'll talk about a lot after the season. But we're focused on the Jaguars this week. They're coming to town, and we're excited to go compete against them. And then when it comes time for the next part of the discussions, the future parts of the discussions, we'll get to the future. I gave you a little bit. I gave you a little bit, James.
Hey, I respect that. That move. That move.
A little bit. A little give and take.
Sorry, that was actually our last question. So we appreciate your time, Jim Bob.
Okay, guys. Happy New Year. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.